Are you been called clumsy? It could be caused by the eyes. Firstly, I am not a doctor, but I was born with it and 3 generations have this problem. Please go to the proper doctors for final analysis. I have seen this problem and I would just like to bring it to your attention. Understanding it can save misery and probably save the life of a loved one. This information must not be accepted as a medical advice, but questions to ask your doctor. This is the correct position of the eyeballs in the eyes. This person will have stereo vision, that means the eyes can triangulate and therefore have good depth of vision. This person has the vision to do the following: 1. Measure distances properly. 2. Most importantly, can measure the distance to drive and park quickly. 3. Has the vision to play sports. 4. Will not bounce into furniture, in essence is not clumsy. 5. Has the vision to do any job he or she would like to. 1. In picture number 1 you will notice that the eyeball in the right eye is closer to the nose. 2. In picture number 2 you will notice that the eyeball in the left eye is closer to the nose. 3. In picture number 3 you will notice that most eyeballs are close to the nose. 4. In some cases, one eyeball or both eyeballs can also go vertically. 5. This is called a squint, cross-eyed, lazy eye, or the technical term strabismus. Please go to next page and I will explain what happens. One will notice that in picture number 1 the length of line of vision to a focal point is equal. As a result, the eyes focus properly and the person has stereo vision and can measure distances properly, unless there is some other problems. One will notice that in picture number 2 the length of line of vision to a focal point is unequal. As a result, the eyes do not focus properly and the person has double vision. But Mother Nature is very great. In the case of a baby the vision of one eye is suppressed at any given time by the brain so that the vision of 2 eyes is not recognized at the same time. This mechanism of the brains for suppressing the vision of one eye does not occur as the baby is born. My doctor said that this mechanism occurs within 6 months and is irreversible after that time period. Other doctors may have other opinions. Also, a baby does not grow out of a squint and be normal. Please do not accept my word for it, but check it out with your doctor. However, if an adult somehow gets a squint, the resultant is double vision. So if someone has squint, there is similar limitations on life. It is important that this is recognized and one has to live with life as it was given to us. I have heard a mother cursing her teenage son, that he is clumsy, and when I explained it to her, she understood. Stories like this has prompted me to write this little explanation. If you know someone with a squint, especially a child, please explain it to them. Life will be wonderful. A lady went for her driving test 5 times and failed 5 times. I explained to her father, the problem was her eyes and how to solve the problem. She went for her 6th driving test and passed. I must emphasize that I'm not a doctor, but I have given you enough questions to ask your doctor. This is my life experience and the information I have gathered from doctors and the research I have done. In the case of a baby, if you suspect that the baby has a squint, please check it out properly and within that time frame. If I can help one child, it is worthwhile my time to write this piece. Have a squint and not having stereo vision, but life is sweet. That means the eyes cannot triangulate and therefore, you do not have good depth of vision. This person will have problems doing the following: 1. Not measure distances properly. 2. Most importantly, cannot measure the distance to drive and park quickly, but do things slowly and everything would be okay. 3. Does not have the vision to play sports competitively, but go out and play. If you do not catch the ball properly, you will understand why. One hockey player, lost one eye, came back and played, but was never the same. 4. Will bounce into furniture, not clumsy, but it is an illness. 5. Does not have the vision to do any job he or she would like to, for example, a pilot, an astronaut, a Babe Ruth. 6. Most importantly, you know of your illness. There are more and worse illnesses around. Understand and enjoy life. I hope I have explained the problem for you to understand. I'm not a writer, but one, who is suffering from this illness, and I have met so many people, who suffer the effects of this problem and do not know why. I hope you try and understand this, and if you have experienced this problem, Please help to spread the word. Knowing about this illness will help to explain certain things. The final say in diagnosing this problem is a qualified medical doctor. I am just trying to tell you of my problem and experiences. After 30 years, have had 4 operations on my eye, cosmetically great, but no stereo vision. I have had treatments for a lazy eye, putting the bird in the cage, wearing a patch over one eye. I still have monovision, but I do have a little depth of vision, because of shades of gray. I drive a car and before understanding this problem, had a few accidents. After understanding this problem, I slow down before I have to stop. I do not overtake without carefully looking. Slowly do parallel parking.